Hello everybody, it is PreludeBoy99 coming at you with a Hot Wheels video, and today we're going to talk about the Hot Wheels Elite 64 mod shop for the 94 Land Rover Discovery. And I honestly loved the 2017 Toyota Tacoma Elite 64 mod shop. So now we're going to talk about this guy and see how well this guy does with all the parts and everything. I have really big hands, so hopefully I don't have a hard time with this. And we're going to unbox him, take him out, and already I can already see the yellow of the Phoenix yellow, like the Honda S2000 yellow. I don't know if it's the same yellow, but it just looks fantastic. I absolutely love this thing. We have all the different parts, and I think there's even more parts here than there was previously. So I'm just going to remove this top portion. Oh my God, there's just so many different parts. So many parts. Wow. Is this thing being held on by tape? It is being held on by tape. Okay, I'm going to set this guy aside. I'm going to try not to get everything, but here we have the Land Rover. I'm not too much of an off-road person, but I think Hot Wheels Elite 64 is making me into an off-road person because this just looks fantastic. I believe this guy can come out. Yep, he can come out. I had a feeling he was going to be able to come out. The tire was going to come out. And already you have lens headlights, which just looks fantastic with the Land Rover. This guy can focus. I'm recording on my iPhone, by the way, because it has better quality and it's better to zoom in with details. So that's why I'm using it. For some reason, there's like some kind of blemish. I don't know if it was glue or if it's a paint defect. Oh God, is that a paint defect? I hope not. I hope it's glue. It looks like an adhesive, so I can probably take that out with something. If not, I can just send this back for a defect. They can send me a new one. It's not a huge deal. But anyways, yeah, let me just put this guy on the turntable. So here is the 94 Land Rover on display. This is just the base edition without any modifications whatsoever. And I'm pretty much just going to point this out right now, and I'm not going to say anything about it again, but it is just having that huge glue stain on the side of the door with a little bit of a paint mark on the side door too. That is just really glaring. That really just ruins it for me. It really puts a bad taste in my mouth because I just spent $30 on this piece and already the base card just doesn't look good. I'm definitely going to take this back. I'm going to make a complaint to Mattel telling them that this card just has QC issues and it's just not acceptable, right? Because when you pay this much for a Hot Wheels car, you expect it to be the very best that it can be. It has to be better than what you get at the store. It has to be better than premium. It has to be better than the basics. And you know, this car has a lot of great detail. You see the detail in the rims being a very unique piece to this car. It has mirrors. It has lens headlights and taillights. It has a detailed interior. It looks really, it looks accurate to the real life counterpart. This thing looks beautiful, but it's ruined by the fact that there is glue marks on the side of the door and scratches on the other side of the door. And that, like I said, it just really ruins it for me because, again, as somebody who loves Hot Wheels, who grew up with Hot Wheels, and I'm sure a lot of you guys who are watching my videos also grew up with Hot Wheels, this is unacceptable. And this apparently is not exclusive to RLC. Apparently Elite 64 also has QC issues as well. So I'm definitely going to make an email to Mattel, but I'm going to finish this review and try to do everything that I can because I just don't have the time to wait for a new one to be sent out. All right, guys. So I just got all the parts needed to do Modification A. Or no, not Modification A, my bad. Modification C. So I'm going to do Modification C, then I'm going to go to B, or I might just cut this up depending on what order I did. But this is the first thing that I wanted to do. So without further ado, let's get on building this Elite 64 mod shop mod. Okay, here we have the Mod C of the 94 Land Rover, and this thing looks fantastic. I'm honestly curious why this part doesn't have the window and the other side does. Maybe that's part of the mod of Mod B. I'm not entirely sure. But see, you have that little flag that lifts up and down. I'm just going to have it down for this. And I'm going to put this guy on the turntable. I'm just going to talk about him. Here we have the 94 Land Rover, and this thing just looks so beautiful in the yellow. Yellow is like my favorite color, and I think that's one of the main reasons why I bought this thing. But this thing just looks fantastic with all the little add-on pieces on it. It literally looks like a safari truck that's going through the jungle trying to hunt down velociraptors or something. I love it. As you can see, we added on a push bar grill in the front with a little air scoop to the side mirror. The side mirror was honestly really hard to remove. It was like really stuck on there. I had to wiggle it. I was really afraid of breaking it, but luckily it came out. The top roof, it was also really cool with its pieces. It wasn't frustrating. It just, everything clicked into place. Didn't really need to look at the manual too much to put that in. But the headlights, the roof lights look really great too, mimicking that lens feel with the decals. I'm very surprised that the top roof light bar was not used with lensed lights, like the headlights and taillights, but I guess they had to cut corners somewhere. Also, the new wheels that are put on, which is like steely wheels, they look really nice here too. Again, this looks like a jungle safari truck that's about to go on one of the most epic expeditions of all time, and I'm honestly really stoked about this one. I just gathered all the pieces needed for Mod B, and essentially I had to take off all the parts from Mod C so that way I don't have to get anything confused. So let's get right into it. Here we have Mod B for the Hot Wheels Elite 64 94 Land Rover, and it looks fantastic. You have more roof details with the roof rack having like that. It's kind of similar to the 2017 Toyota Tacoma, where it has like that roof line. I don't even know what it's called, but here you have a shovel and an axe, which is very outdoors. How do you even pronounce that name? It's very woodsman-like, I should say. And at the top, you just have a bunch of cargo that's on the top. And at the rear, you have gas pumps with a spare tire. So this is pretty much kind of like a alternate version of the previous mod that we just did. The mirror also has more of a snorkel. So this is more so for off-roading in like small lakes or streams. And you also have the light bar in the front with a push bar, so it's more reinforced. Again, it's not lensed, it is painted, which is okay. It looks really good enough. But aside from that, I think the wheel choice is also really great. I like that we have the option to change the wheels from the steely yellow to the more OEM silver, which looks fantastic here. I think this one is way better than the 2017 Toyota Tacoma. Again, the problem that I have with this one is that it's just small pieces. I have giant hands, so it's very hard to get all the pieces together, as you guys saw me struggling with it. But other than that, I really do love this piece. I think this is going to be my favorite mod shop vehicle. Hopefully we get more. Hopefully it's not just off-road vehicles. I hope they do one for, let's say, a muscle car or a JDM. I think those would be a huge hit. But other than that, I really do like this one. Okay, so there you have the 1994 Land Rover Discovery mod shop from Hot Wheels Elite 64. And again, it's just fantastic. I think this is one of their best Hot Wheel Elite scale vehicles that they've made. Unfortunately, it just has that huge glue residue on the side door that really just ruins it for me. I'm going to see if I can return this and get a a brand new copy that is unscuffed. It's very disappointing, but on the other side, it is very cool. I love this concept of customization. Customization has always been something that I know Hot Wheels has been really good at, and this obviously shows. They're able to show that detailing with all these small accessory pieces, and even with the wheel detail, the grill detail, the lensing. Like, this is where Hot Wheels is at its strongest, and I really wish they would showcase this more in RLC, but unfortunately RLC has its own problems with QC and, again, availability and scalpers and all that stuff. I am going to predict that Elite 64 is pretty much going to be more popular than any other 1/64 die-cast scale model that's going to be out there. So in 64, you have Tarmac Works, you have all this other stuff. I think Elite 64 is going to take that place. But again, it's the $30 price tag that scares a lot of people away. And again, if they're gonna have that price tag, then they have to do a lot better with QC, especially with that glue on the door. So maybe I might make a video discussing Elite 64 versus Inno64 versus Tarmac Works versus Mini GT. Maybe that would be a cool video. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.